Happy Wednesday, Sisterhood Team Call. It is March 10th. Super excited to have you guys all here. I'm going to open it up for recognition before we get going.
I guess I'll jump in. I would just like to welcome my coach, Tessa. She just finished the February mentorship, and even though it's not official until tomorrow, she just hit Emerald, and with a working coach at that, which is awesome. So she's already been such a huge asset to our community, sharing so much value with everybody, and just really excited for her. So congrats, Tessa.
I'll go.
Real quick. I'm sorry. This is Rachel. I don't have video. I want to congratulate Becky Lauer. I think it might still be in the cart, but in about 20 seconds, she's going to officially be Emerald with a working coach, and we are just so excited.
Yay, Becky.
I am super proud of, I know, just everybody who completed 9-week Control Freak. What a crazy journey that was. And to finish it with all of the women, and especially my 3 new coaches, Linda, and Andrea, was just such a beautiful thing. It was so, so powerful. And I just wanted to congratulate everyone who completed that program.
I'll go. I just want to say, I don't know if Erin is on the call, but I have a coach, Erin, and she's really new, and she is killing it with hosting a free group. And I'm just really proud of her for showing up on Instagram. She's brand new, guys, and she's killing it. So great job, Erin. I'm really proud of you.
I'll go. I want to congratulate Natalie Gatrell. She's on the call tonight. She hit month 2 of Success Club. So Success Starter is in her very near future, and I'm super pumped about that. Christine Rochette, who is also a brand spanking new coach. And her Instagram game is so strong. Like, I honestly feel like I'm learning so much from her. She's just like really puts herself out there, and her posts are beautiful and her words are incredible. So I'm loving watching you step into this. Jessica Maloney has her first working coach. So that's super duper exciting. So congrats, ladies. So happy for all of you.
I have a shout out to do for Sophie because she's going to be a little late joining the call, but she really was super excited to shout out her bestie, Julie, who is going to Emerald tomorrow. Nothing better than having somebody super close to you joining you and hitting the ground running and like loving the business with her. So I know she's very excited. So congrats to you, Julie. I don't have anybody specific to shout out tonight, but I really just want to recognize the 54 women who are on this call, like right now in this COVID coaster that we're on, where everybody's kind of feeling like the blah monotony of life right now. And you 54 are still here, shining your light, still showing up for you, still completing your program, still inspiring other women. Like, I hope you realize how massive that is. Like, this job is not easy, especially during a time where it's hard and people are feeling the slump and the like lulls in life. And you guys are you're literally still shining. And I hope, like, I truly mean this to every single one of you. I hope you realize how massive that is. And I hope you're proud, truly, because this business isn't easy, especially during a time where everybody, hey Whitney, where everybody is feeling low. And you're still showing up and still positive, and it's a big deal. So I'm proud of everybody. I'm just going to say it.
I echo that for sure. I also, I wanted to shout out new coach Andrea Montenegrino, who just locked in her second month of Success Starter. Super excited for you. She's really walking into this with confidence, and she's a really confident woman, but still had all those thoughts that we all do in the beginning. And it really just shows me, and Erin and I talk about this all the time, like, it doesn't matter who you are, how confident you are, like, everybody struggles with wondering how them coming out will be perceived, how them continuing to post will be perceived. So really proud of the way that you are showing up in the beginning of your business, Andrea, and I wanted to acknowledge that. I also just wanted to shout out every single woman that is in the Let's Get Up test group. It is about to start or started. I don't even know. You're like in the days, maybe Monday. Is it Monday? I think, yeah. This is huge, guys. This is such a big milestone in your business, and you worked really hard to get this. For anyone that doesn't know, Success Starter, in order to qualify to be in one of these test groups, you hit Success Starter, which is hitting Success Club for the first 3 months, or for 3 months out of your first 6 months in the business. And just to be able to, as a newer coach, share this type of experience on your platform and show that you're testing a program, and then not only that, but like use it in your own journey and really decide how you want to show up through this test group to the ladies participating. It's really, really exciting. And even though it's dance, I know so many people were like, oh, I kind of wish it was a weightlifting program, but I think that was in the past. They really heard the feedback, and the program looks incredible. So really proud of you guys, and excited to see you go through this. Okay,
I just have one. Sorry, I was late.
Yes, cool.
I just want to shout out my new coach, Clarissa. She's a friend of mine, and she didn't really want to even jump on to 9 Week Control Freak, and she did, and she killed it. And she decided to come on to our What is Coaching call and decided to just run with this. And tomorrow I think she's going to be SC6, and she started her own bod group. Like, she's just flying. Anyways, I just want to say I'm super proud of her. I know she's not on this call, but I know that this is just month 1, and yeah, Success Starter, I see it. Anyways, that's it.
Anybody else? All right, so tonight is all about, I think we titled it How to Go Diamond. I mean, we've done a diamond call. If you guys ever miss calls, just go creep onto our YouTube channel. There's tons of training and old team calls and stuff that's on there. And we did a Let's Go Diamond call maybe 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, something like that, where we really talked about why you should, the benefits of it, and some of the logistics. But tonight it's like, it's game time. It really is game time. And especially with the retreat that we have announced as incentive for you guys, I am seeing a lot of coaches wish for it. And we really want to help you work for it. Like, it's not going to happen sitting back and wishing that you could attend. So Erin is going to kick us off tonight with a little bit of some truth bombs and really just some heartfelt words of encouragement. And then I'm going to talk a little more tactfully about how we are going to do it. So Erin, you're up, sis.
I'm going to be tactful too, tactfully. Okay, I'm excited, guys. Like, when we first got our cottage last summer, literally we had been looking for cottages, if you don't know the story, for like 2 years. And every single one we would see prior to that, I was like, it's too small. It's too small. Like, I knew I wanted, one of the biggest things I wanted to do outside of having like our whole family and big family events there was having sisterhood events there and having a place where all the sisterhood coaches could come. We could have a place to celebrate. We could have a place to connect. We could all have a place to come together. And doing this event this summer is literally a dream come true for me. And I want as many of you there as possible. But obviously I can't have 500 people there. So doing like the only way to fairly have a minimum / maximum amount of people there is by putting some sort of parameters on it. And I want to be super real that the only difference between people who get to diamond and don't, outside of sometimes like literally just time, if you just started this business, it's like, it takes time to get there. But outside of that, it really comes down to how serious you're kind of taking this, and whether this is just like a casual hobby, or whether this is something that you're like, damn, I'm a CEO of this business and I'm an entrepreneur, and this is a direct reflection of my efforts. It took me 10 months to get to diamond. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't half-ass those 10 months. I worked for it. So it's not to say that, like, that's why I said sometimes it is just time. But outside of that, a lot of it comes down to you deciding that you want to do this outside of a casual hobby, outside of sometimes doing it some days and maybe sending an invite another day and maybe doing a group next month or not, versus getting out your calendar, strategizing when you're having your next group, having office hours of when you're sending your invites, sticking to your office hours. Like, every single woman on this call, I guarantee you, if your job says that you have to be there at a certain hour, you're going to show up. But then when it comes to your coaching business, if you set out your office hours, how often do you actually show up to them? Or do you even have like a structured plan for your office hours? And then when you do sit down, how are you scrolling and watching other coaches, or just kind of scrolling social media? Or if you like put your blinders on, turn your notifications off, and like get to work intentfully connecting with people, intentionally sending out messages, intentionally trying to help and motivate and inspire other women. That's the difference. The difference between somebody who is gunning for and working for diamond versus somebody who's wishing for diamond. And I say that because I genuinely don't want you to be stuck in that casual wishing for it. And I want you to do like a bit of a gut check, put the mirror in front of your face and say, am I doing this business for real? Like, am I an entrepreneur? Am I a CEO and owning the shit out of this business? Or am I casually interested and this is super fun and I like being around these amazing women and the energy's great. So like I'm kind of here, but I'm not actually like doing any of the work. The difference between the women getting to diamond is that they're doing the friggin' work. They've made the decision that this is a business that they want to be serious about, and they're showing up for it. So I want you to truly think about what you want, like what you want from this. Outside of the diamond retreat, like, so if you are like in it to win it and you want to be a CEO and you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to have this as like a business for yourself, you need to set office hours. You need to start getting serious about treating this like a business. Think of how many hours you're willing to work your business a week, and then schedule out those hours. And if that's 2 to 3 hours a day, don't just say, okay, I'm going to work 2-3 hours a day. What hours of the day are you working? Is that 10 to 2? Is that 6 to 10? Like, figure out when you are working. I love what you just said, Courtney. Your morning workout doesn't count. That's for you. That's not working this business. So figure out how many hours you're going to work this business a week and schedule them into your day. And then further, what are you doing during that time? When I was working my full-time job, I would work my lunch hour, and in that lunch hour, I would do those 3 20-minute blocks. I'd spend 20 minutes connecting with the people who were already engaging with me, then 20 minutes connecting with the people who were following me, who weren't really engaging with me, and then 20 minutes looking for new people. I did that every lunch hour. And then at night, I would do my follow-ups, replies, connects, that kind of thing, and check in with challengers. I knew when I sat down exactly what I was going to do. So it wasn't like just being like, okay, if I'm like that, I get stuck in scrolling. Like I'm no different than you guys. If I don't have a plan, then I get stuck in scrolling, and all of a sudden 20 minutes go by and I've wasted 20 minutes. Like, if you don't have a lot of time, get clear on the time you do have and be like super specific on what you're doing during that time. The other thing is, guys, and I know we've said this so many times, but it's worth mentioning before, you need to loop in your family or your spouse or whomever you work with, whoever you live with. Because without their support, it's going to be really hard to take 2 or 3 or 1 or however many hours you want to work this business. I know for me, it was hard until like I literally was making enough money that I was like, okay, this is a thing. The other thing is that you can't keep telling your spouse, I'm doing this business, I'm doing really, like, I need all this time, I'm taking time away from our family, I'm going to be doing this, and then not follow it up with a paycheck. You need to start making money to validate what you're doing, to prove what you're doing, to prove that it's worth it. If you're not following up with that paycheck, then it's hard to justify to your family and your spouse why you're taking time away. You need to start like truly validating this business, and the proof is kind of in the pudding there. I love what you said, Milan. Agree. If you guys aren't on the evening calls yet, or the daytime calls, or whatever works for you, they work. Literally every morning I'm like, okay, my work starts at 9. I'm getting on that Zoom call at 9 o'clock and with everybody else who's working. And to me, it's the same as working out in the morning. I try and get on for that 6 a.m. So at 6 a.m., I know that my Zoom starts at 6 a.m. And that's just a rule I've made for myself, a non-negotiable I've made for myself. So if you're working at 10, if your work hours are from 10 to 12, make it a non-negotiable rule that you're on the Zoom at 10 and you're there. The end of the day, guys, I want every single one of you to see massive success out of this business, but it's exactly what Courtney said. You can't wish for this. You have to put the work in. You have to genuinely start treating this like a business, and yourself like a CEO, and your efforts will directly reflect the successful business that you have. But it has, like, that's the only difference between people who get to diamond and above and those who never make it, is that the people who get there have treated this like a business and they've decided, okay, I'm doing the damn thing and I'm going to stop at nothing until I get there and beyond. I think that's it. Court, I'm going to pass it back to you.
Okay. I'm going to pre-apologize for if I'm like yawning and seem non-entertaining. I don't, for any of you that watch my stories, I started the Ultimate Reset today, which is a cleanse that's only available in the States. And I'm on like serious caffeine withdrawal, no coffee, no Energize, headaches, like it's a trip. So, but yeah, okay. I think there's 2 main things that I want to talk to you that you need to do to get to diamond. The main 2 things, number 1 is sign up discount coaches, and number 2 is find someone to do this with you. So I want to talk about number 1, which is sign up discount coaches. This has gone in waves over the course of the 3 years that I have been doing this business. And I know that a lot of people do it differently, but I want to sort of talk you through maybe some of the different ways to do this. When I was trying to hit diamond, I know when Erin and Sarah and Jen, when we were in that team cup and they were trying to hit diamond, it was like a non-negotiable. We need discount coaches. So we were enrolling them right away out the gate. And honestly, I truly believe that that is one of the best ways to enroll customers, because you're giving them the smoothest transition to enjoy these products. When I first started doing this business, I wasn't sold on Shakeology. I wasn't drinking it every single day. So I assumed that the people I was enrolling weren't going to be either. And that was a huge mistake of mine. There are people out there that want to feel better and invest in their health. So do not make that decision for someone. If you have somebody enrolling and you are pushing to diamond, sign them up as a discount coach right away. Stop thinking they're going to have a hardy over putting their social security in, and just send them the freaking link. So I don't go through the whole rigmarole of like, of asking them and getting their details. I get very few of those details up front. I just send them the link as a coach, and I'll send them a voice note, and I'll be like, hey, Erin, I just sent you your link to enroll. You're going to see that it's as a coach. It's so that you can get my discount going forward. I sign up all my friends like this. And then that's it. Just send them a promo code, whatever, and enroll them that way. If they have questions, then answer them that. Have that graphic ready that shows the price of ordering all the products as a customer versus as a coach. I love to send that if someone's really giving me pushback. And then I used to always say, if you decide not to reorder, you can cancel, no problem. But I was saying that too soon. I was really offering them an out and assuming that they weren't going to want these products. I use these products every single day. I am on a trajectory in my own health and fitness that is only up. So why wouldn't I want that for them, right? So I've removed that from my little spiel and I just leave it open-ended. But I think that enrolling people as a discount member right away is one of the most important ways that you are going to be able to get to Diamond. Because remember, guys, too, that it's not just 8 coaches and 2 emeralds. You need to grow beyond that. So when you hit Diamond and you start to hold Diamond, it's not even just about holding, right? Because if you get a raise at work, it's not like, oh yeah, I got it, and you want it for 1 pay week. You want that raise permanently, right? So in order to keep that new paid rank of Diamond, which is giving you more money for every team cycle volume bonus, you need to maintain it. So if you are adding discount coaches, if you are adding people as discount members right away for the next 6 months, then that's a great way to really solidify your downline. As most of you may have seen, they're coming out with that preferred member enroll where you can sign someone up as basically a discount member and they don't need to put in their social security or social insurance. And I think that that's going to be great. But that's not going to help you right now if you are looking to qualify for the Diamond Retreat. And remember, guys, it's not just all about going to Erin's Cottage. I mean, for those that can attend, it's going to be incredible, but we're going to really make it special for those that qualify and can't attend. So I do want to make that clear. But yeah, so that discount program, that comes out in May. So don't sit around thinking that you'll start doing that when it comes out. It'll be too late for the purpose of this qualification. Once it does, that's going to be a great tool in our toolbox, but it's not here yet. It's just education at this point. So I would be moving forward, enrolling people as a coach for the discount. The other thing is to be looking in your downline at the people that are showing up in your community and having really honest conversations with them about where they're at with the products. Guys, you should be, as a coach, talking to these women that have joined your community and asking them how they're doing, asking them about how their nutrition is, asking them if they're able to wake up and make this a morning routine, because there's products that are a solution for a lot of the struggles that your clients are going through. If they're hitting snooze, like, are you taking Energize? Like, I don't know why anybody would be doing these programs without taking Energize, right? Have that conversation, send them a sample. There are women and customers in your existing, account or whatever, coach account that would be great discount members. So reach out to them, do an incentive, like think of something new. When it comes to something like this, what's the date that they need to walk into Qual, Erin? It's like April 27th, I think. It's game time. Like, it is game time. Every single one of you should be printing out your diamond map. I don't know if I have it. We'll drop it in the chat afterwards. Print out your diamond map. Fill in your bubbles of where you're at. Even if you are an emerald coach and you have 2 coaches, beauty. Put them on there and then start filling out the sidelines. Not the bubbles you're going to reserve for when you get a coach or a discount coach, but on the sidelines, what I've always done is like put all my potentials. So all my clients that are showing up regularly, I'm putting them in there. My goal is to get them to transition into a discount coach. So, and I'm going to start having those conversations, and I'm going to be sensitive to it. Like if one of them, if I go and I haven't checked in with them in like a couple months, I'm not just going to like out the gate ask them that. I'm going to start asking them some probing questions, see where they're at, see if they want to recommit. I have a group that just started on Monday. Do you want to pop in? Like, I'm going to see where they're at, and then that might be a solution that fits their needs, right? But it's not just about like transition everyone to discount coach. It truly is like help them solve the problems that, or the struggles that they're going through. I think so often people are afraid they're going to seem salesy, but really you have solutions. Don't forget that. Energize is a solution in my life. Shakeology is a solution in my life. It solves a problem that I have. Not being regular, afternoon cravings. Like when I'm drinking Shakeology, I feel more accountable to eating healthy meals. I just do. So don't think you're being salesy. You're reaching out to your clients and trying to help them solve solutions. And I think you really have to remind yourself of that. Find one person to do this with you. There have been coaches that get to diamond without a working coach. It's totally doable, but we also don't want to see anybody have a house of cards come crashing down. And it's hard to maintain if you don't have somebody that is a working emerald. So if you don't have a working coach right now, that is number one. Sending some scary invites, showing up, talking about coaching, because as you're inviting people to coaching, they might think that they just don't want to share their workouts online. They might think that that's all it's about if that's all that you're doing. So start talking about coaching online as you're sending more coach invites to all the women in your community, some scary invites to maybe women in your life that already have like a love of fitness. If someone really has a love of fitness, for me, I'm intimidated because I didn't before doing this, and I feel like they think they don't need this and all those things, right? All those like emotions that come with it. But the way I've always approached it is I just like flatter them by saying that I think that they'd be incredible at this and have they ever considered doing what I'm doing. I lead with the coach invite because I'm insecure that they think that they don't need the programs. I know the programs are amazing. I know if they gave it a shot, they would love it. But that's what I lead with. So if there are some of those women in your life, lead with that. See where it goes. If they're like, oh, I don't know, be like, well, would you try a program with me? Start there. And then enroll them as a coach and be like, I'm doing this in case you decide it's for you, or in case you fall in love with the programs, it's easier this way. So you don't have to go through the whole sign up process after the fact. So start to get creative, guys. If you want this, it's up to you. Do not sit back and like I know for a fact right now, there's like, because I stalk the downline, there's like 6 to 8 to 10 women that have 8 discount coaches in their downline and are ready to go diamond and are just sitting on it. The other thing I want to tell you guys is that doing this slow is harder, okay? Because you have 8 coaches, you're feeling good, you're like, yeah, I just need a working coach. And you're sitting back and you're waiting for it to happen naturally. And as that happens naturally, some of your discount coaches start to go inactive. A lot of discount coaches have like 3 to 4 months in them. And then their product starts to pile up and they cancel. Their product's piling up because they're not using it. So that's always something to keep in mind, is to be in touch with your new discount coaches. Ask them how they're using it. Maybe they need a new flavor, all those types of conversations, right? But then also keeping in mind, if you're building to diamond, what got you here won't get you there. So if you do it quickly and walk into a qual, you get that confidence, and then you start adding more people, and it just is a lot easier if you're able to roll with the momentum that you're building for yourself. So once you have one working person, or maybe you have more, it's time to motivate them to get to Emerald. So what are you, and again, I know there's so many people that are like, oh, I don't want to pressure anybody to do it for me. They're going to receive so many benefits by hitting Emerald. So step one would always be, for me, is to send that Emerald call that we recorded like a month ago. It's really good. It really explains the benefits, the why, the how, like on why they should go Emerald. The lead system has improved so much in the past like 6 months, and we are benefiting from it even more so as we start to incorporate pod groups, because our leads are seeing that we have groups. So if you're doing this business and you're not an Emerald coach, like you're missing out on the compensation plan completely. You're completely missing the point. And so do your new working coaches a favor by showing them what's possible in this business. Encourage them to get there and send them the emerald map. So there's an emerald map, just like the diamond map. Erin, maybe we could drop those 2 maps in Coach Corner, and help them brainstorm. I'll never forget, I was looking back at my conversations with Kim, my coach, when I first started this, and some of our early conversations, she was like, yeah, so like, what about your sisters? Like, tell me about your sisters. And I was like, oh, no, like, they would never do this. Oh, like, who are you still in touch with from university? Like, what are those? And she wasn't asking me about like necessarily would they coach. She was trying to get to know my circle. She was trying to help me brainstorm, like, who would be great at this? Like, who would you want to do this with? And she was really like, she was probing me into the people in my life that might be good at this. And I didn't realize that was what she was doing until later, but it was an amazing exercise for me. And honestly, like when she asked me about Erin, if Erin would ever coach, it was an immediate no. I was like, oh no, like she works for the government. Like she's totally fine. Like she has like a big job. Like she would never. That was a hard no for me. I didn't ask her. I don't think I ever asked Erin to coach. She came to it. But I made that judgment that she would never want to do this. And secretly, Erin was wanting to do this. So don't make the presumption for anybody in your life. The other really cool thing about being a newer coach is like, you want someone to do this with. You want a success partner. You want someone you can text all the time. The Coach Coaster is a real freaking deal, guys. There's emotional ups and downs with this business. And if you don't have somebody to text about that, you need it. You need it. So while you're looking at that list, I need one person to do this with. And of course you want more, but if you have no working coaches, think about that. Who are your people and who would you love to do this with? And then once you get that person, don't be a chicken shit thinking you don't want to pressure them to Emerald. Like, no, be in their corner, be messaging them and helping them get to Emerald so that they can get leads too, so that they can feel confidence too. Shout them out in the coach group, send them an Emerald gift, like do the things, become the leader, right? The other thing I was thinking about is like, okay, so say April 28th is the goal, right? We need to map out the next 2 months. And that might look like doing something that's different from what your coach is doing or from what you're planning to do right now. Like I would get out your map and think about what you want to do for the next 2 months and what are going to be your invite opportunities. So if I were looking to go to Diamond right now, I'm definitely not going to start 80-day obsession. I'm not going to lock myself into an 80-day program and, but what I might do is like, MBF or Lift 4 or something that's shorter, something that's different than what other people are doing so that you have that opportunity to invite people to. That might be cool, right? And I love like an example of Lift 4 is great because it's more than 3 weeks. So you can really go to someone and be like, do you want to commit to this program and will you commit to using the products for the entire 6 weeks or whatever, however long the program is, right? So the discount coach conversation gets a little bit easier because you want them to get their auto ship at a discount, and you're doing something together. So map out your next thing. Is there a free group in there? I think there's a lot of people that are having great success with that. And maybe you did one and it didn't have success, but do another one, keep going. And set your expectations. I had 10 women join my first free group, 2 show up and do the thing, and those 2 joined. That was a huge win for me. Yes, I had 8 women that said they were going to do it, that didn't show up and whatever, but I don't care. I had 2 women that did, and I'm going to focus on that. And those 2 women are now in my paid group, right? And those 2 women both have coach potential. So make sure you're inviting the right people and not just grabbing the low-hanging fruit, but you're inviting the women that you ultimately want to turn into a coach. That's been a huge shift for a lot of women as they, reach Diamond and then look to go beyond. You want to find your people, right? the easiest way to do that is to invite incredible women to your challenge groups. Because if you're just inviting like, you know, Sally, that you actually don't even really like Sally, you don't resonate with Sally, you guys have nothing in common, like she's not going to be a great coach on your team. So great, you got 2 successful points and hopefully Sally's able to change your life. You could still change her life, right? But if you're looking to grow your team, you really need to start looking for your people and putting them in your challenge groups. And I think doing something new is a great way to do that. That's kind of all I had. Erin, do you have anything to add?
I think the only other thing we were talking about is really finding a partner to do this with, like somebody that also wants to go to Diamond, that's at the same place as you, that you can really like link arms with and share every single day. Like, I sent these invites, this worked, this didn't, I got ghosted on this. Like, having somebody to go through this with who's also in the same place is really powerful. So I know that we've matched up partners a lot in the past. It doesn't matter where you're at with that. If you are gunning for Diamond and you want to have like a success partner to gun with you, like drop it in the chat right now. I'm gunning for Diamond. Who else is gunning for Diamond? Like having a chat pod of 2-3 people max, like really connected, really high accountability helps so much. Because if you feel like you're on an island and you don't have anybody to talk to daily about all the things, it's really hard to be all in. So yeah, honestly, match up with somebody, send a message to somebody on there. Like truly, if you're gunning for Diamond, find somebody to do it with, because doing it together is way more fun and way more powerful. And you just feel like you have more support. So Zoom user, I don't like what's your name so that people know who you are. But honestly, this is so doable for all of you guys. It really freaking is. And I'm really, really excited. So if anybody has any questions or anything, please drop them in the chat. We are here for
there.
you. Oh, I didn't see.
Chelsea's asking, I had someone sign up for a 9-week Control Freak early access. They canceled their DC. Can they sign up again? Yes. They're going to go in the exact same position in your downline as they were in before. So if they were on your left leg, they're going to pop into your left leg again. The only limitation, guys, is if they were somebody else's coach, they would need to wait that 6 months, but they can sign up under the same coach right away again. It's no problem. Chantel's asking, how soon is too soon to invite someone to coaching when you see they have potential, but they're a new client? It depends on the person. Like I said, like, you know, someone I started on day 26. So I don't know, you know, I was ready. I was seeing the changes and I wanted to continue the momentum. I wanted to continue the results. And I knew that that was going to hold me accountable. So I lead with that a lot. If someone's already into fitness, I lead with the flattery aspect. If someone like has a long way to go on their journey, I lead with results. So I don't think there's ever too soon, you know?
I agree. If you feel like somebody is meant for it and they're showing the characteristics of a good coach, I ask, or at least I start planting the seed. Like I had from our free group, somebody who killed it in the free group, and she's like, I'm ready to go all in, put me in the next group. Before we even started the 21-day fix with Start Strong, she was like, I think I want to coach. Like it's never too soon. Sophie said before she was even done Start Strong, she was ready. So it's never too soon. If you feel they're exhibiting the behaviors, go for it.
What do you mean 3 weeks free? Oh, like the free trial? I don't advertise the free trial ever. I think I've enrolled maybe 2 people with it. When we're talking about the free groups, what we're doing is using Vimeo links in a BOD group. So we're opening a BOD group and we are inviting people to that BOD group using their email. They're going to be prompted to create a free Beachbody account, not the free trial, just an account. There's no credit card, nothing required. And then within that, so they'll get access to BOD groups for free without creating a free trial. And within there, we're giving the Vimeo links. And Milan put together an incredible 5-day guide. I used that in my free group, and that's available in the Sisterhood Coach Resource Center. So you can check it out there. I don't know if that answers your question, Zoom user. Here for all the questions, guys. If anybody has any, drop them in the chat, because we're finished early, and if not, we can finish early and you guys can go hustle. Has anyone been going on the evening power hours?
Drop it in the chat if you've been finding them useful. And truly, no, there isn't specific time, like it's open. It's just like the morning workout Zoom. So if you go on and you're the only person, don't click out, because maybe somebody else will be coming on. The idea is for you to stay accountable to you, pick a time that you're gonna be there. And even if nobody's on, you can put it in the chat. Like, hey guys, I'm on the Zoom, somebody come and work with me. I think it's high value, truly. Sounds like Sydney's been hanging out there alone.
I think that, like, if there's anybody that is going for Diamond and is close to it, like, now's kind of an opportunity to get creative. And Courtney, I love what you said, like, you don't have to do the same thing as your coach or the same thing as what other people are doing. It's kind of it's an opportunity to think about, like, really what program do I want to do next? Like, everybody's doing 9-week control freaks. Like Courtney said, maybe pick a program that is unique. I don't know. Maybe it's like, people are really stressed out right now. I'm going to do a 3-week yoga retreat, like something totally different that nobody else is doing. Or I'm going to offer, I'm going to give away 3 legacy headbands in my group. Or I'm going to give away a free, like Sophie and I did like a free tracking journal I think at the end of last year, and it worked really well. And it was just something that we found on Amazon, and like we bought it and we were sharing it in our stories, and people were asking us all about it. And so then we're like, well, let's just give this away. It was only like $10, like all of these things. I don't know, I'm sure there's like 20 other ideas that you can do, but it's an opportunity to do something a little bit unique. And especially if you have people that are following like multiple different coaches, it differentiates you from those coaches as well. So I would say, like, spend a little bit of time and get a bit creative, and you'll get excited if you have something that's unique and yours and not the same as what everybody else is doing, and that energy will come across.
Thank you so much for sharing. I totally agree. Like, doing something that you love is everything, because the energy speaks for itself. Like Milen right now is doing this, like she's turning 40 this year. So she's doing a 40 women turning 40 challenge. It's like super different, super fun. And she's loving it because it speaks to her and it's something that she wants to do. And having other women like her, it's everything. So time to have some fun with this, guys. Yeah. 39 for life.
I'm going to just echo what Milen said, because I'm doing the same thing with Emma and Sarah and Brianne, and we're doing a nutrition group. I find I have a lot of people who might not want to work out right now, who want to work on nutrition. I need to work on my nutrition. So we're super excited about running a group together. So we kind of just messaged each other and decided, let's do something different. And we're starting on Monday. So message each other and talk with each other and do some, like Milen said, do something different. And that's exciting to you. Like, I love to be like a mad person. Like, I think it's one of the best nutrition programs out there. So I'm going to be talking about that to do something new, so just to try it and see how it goes.
I'd love to hear more about it, either like as you're building it out or whatever, because I think nutrition right now, a lot of people are struggling with. It'd be really cool to see how you guys do that.
And maybe like start taking the posts and putting them in a Word doc to create the template, like what Milen did with the free 5-day group, because that's what this team is about. Like, let's work smarter together. So any resources would be incredible.
I'll be talking with Emma and we can do that. I'm sure we can do that.
Awesome, guys. All right. I think that's it for tonight. I'm really excited for a lot of you guys that are going to level up in the next couple months. And if you're brand new, being like, whoa, this was a lot, like connect with your coach, set some goals. It doesn't need to be diamond. Maybe you started last week and your goal is emerald. Wicked. But set it, achieve it, and you're going to start to feel the excitement of this business. Hope you guys all have a great night.